Hey guys, I know when Blizzard implemented demonic pact changes to make it so you didn't have to hold your pet, it was supposed to be a quality of life change for all of us, but shout out Dax, by the way, who informed me of this bug that demonic pact is not working the way that we thought it was. It is not calculated properly, and here's why. This is the theory. Currently, overlapping a DP proc on yourself leads to reducing spell power by around 10% of the SP. And here's the math. I'm going to show you step by step. This is my base. If I don't life tap or anything, if I just send my pet in and we will wait for it to crit, we were at 293. That is my baseline here. Now, if I life tap with my 4-piece and wait for another crit, it goes to 297. 297. That's not right. I have 3,266 spell power. Why is it only reapplying a small percentage of that? I don't know. Now, let's pull the pet off. Let's life tap for our 4-piece. Send the pet in. It crits immediately. We're at 327. 327. That makes sense. That is how much spell power we have. Well, it's actually a little bit off, but that's another story. And I click this off and pull it back. Pull it back. Now we're at base again. Okay, there it is. It had 5 seconds left. So we're at 293 now. I'm going to click off my own buff. My pet still has the 293. I'm going to life tap. Send the pet into crit. I'm going to have to re-life tap because it's very slow. Re-life tap. There's the crit, 327. So if I click off my own demonic pact that's smaller, it works properly. So what does this mean for the general use? If you're on trash and you have things proccing, but you don't have your trinkets procced or something else, you can click off your demonic pact on your way into bosses if you have procs available and get a proper demonic pact procced for the entire raid. But if you have a base pact, a smaller pact, already going into a boss fight and you have trinkets available and everything procs, for example, my 300 extra spell power from my spirit and your pet crits, you'll only get a fraction of that. And here's the math behind that. Apparently, when the reapplication is applying, is reducing the current amount. So about 10% of the spell power to get this new value. What does this mean for you guys? There's other things that happen during this small study. You can click off your personal DP buff if it procs on trash and reapply it on the boss to get a proper pact amount, the proper mathematical amount. If your demon has a bigger pact than what you already procced, it won't put up the buff if you click it off, so you're still kind of screwed. And also, sometimes your initial DP buff doesn't apply with the initial application, resulting in less SP, which just happened here. I just reapplied to 269, and I'm at 2,900 spell power, but my original application does 293, because it counts the 293 into the demonic pact and the initial calculation. The TLDR for you guys who don't really want to put that together that much, if you have the buff, it checks the buff, it checks your SP, it reduces the SP by the pact amount, and then the buff applies. If you do not have a pact at the start, it checks for the buff. If you don't have a buff, it checks for the XP and applies the buff. All in all, demonic pact is fried. I cannot believe that this is working this way. And I have no idea why it's working this way, but we need to make people aware of this and figure out how to fix it, because I don't know how to fix it. And that's all for now. So I hope you enjoyed my spiel. Hope you learned something, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.